So you like straight talk?
Straight as an arrow. No sugar.
Why are you here, Sonny? When you look in the mirror, you see this rough and tumble, old school cowboy. Doesn't take orders, goes his own way, huh? A lone wolf. Well, I've news for you. Formula One is a team sport. It always was. Listen, let's get this straight. We all lose our jobs if you can't pull off a miracle.
No pressure.
None.
The only question here is, why did Sonny Hayes come back to F1?
I think it's really wonderful that Apex are giving second chances to the elderly.
It's all right. You just wait. I'm quicker than you.
You're making a mistake. Thinking that I'm just gonna be some grateful kid who'll bend the knee to an old timer.
I never should have pulled you into this.
Down the inside, contact!
That's the other driver. You say he was old, he not that old. That's a handsome man right there.
What's he doing? Plan C, be ready.
Just gotta hope for some lucky breaks.
Hope it's not a strategy.
Anything else, Professor?
Drive fast. Ever seen a miracle?
Not yet. How do you think I'd feel if you die on the track?
3 laps. 3 laps is a lifetime.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really firing on all cylinders, getting into the details of F1. It's that upcoming film set in the world of Formula One racing everyone's talking about.
Yeah, it's got a lot of buzz. And for our deep dive today, we're mostly looking at the film's Wikipedia page. It gives a pretty solid overview of, the plot, the cast, production stuff.
Right, but we're not just reading a page, are we? Our mission here is to, unpack it all for you, our listener. If you want the inside track quickly, without having to piece it all together yourself, we're going to dig into what makes this film potentially special.
Exactly. From the big names involved to how they're actually making it with real F1 involvement.
Okay, so let's get started. The core concept. What are we looking at fundamentally?
Well, the title is simple enough, F1, sometimes marketed as F1, the movie. And it's listed as an American sports action drama.
Action drama. That tells you something right there, doesn't it? Expect speed, but also, character conflict.
For sure. And the director, Joseph Kosinski, he did Top Gun, Maverick.
Ah, okay. That's a big indicator. Maverick looked incredible, especially the flying sequences. So maybe expect that kind of visual flair.
I think that's a safe bet. And he's paired up again with Aaron Kruger, the screenwriter for Maverick. They actually share this story credit, too.
So the same team that nailed high-speed jets is now tackling F1 cars. Makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. And here's something pretty significant. It's being made in collaboration with the FIA.
Formula One's governing body. Wow. Okay, that's not typical for a Hollywood movie, is it?
Not at all. That suggests a level of access, maybe authenticity, that you wouldn't normally get. They're not just, guessing what it's like.
Right. It implies they could get details right, the feel of the paddock, the rules, things like that.
Potentially, yes. It could really set it apart from other racing films if they leverage that access well.
So what's the story they're telling with all this access? What's the plot?
Okay, so the main character is Sonny Hayes. He's a former F1 driver, apparently big in the 1990s, but his career got cut short. A bad crash forced him out.
A familiar trope, the comeback story maybe, or something different.
Well, years later, he gets pulled back in. His friend, Ruben, who owns an F1 team, asks him for help.
Help with what? Driving again?
No, not driving. Mentoring. There's this young rookie driver, Joshua Noah Pierce, on Ruben's team, APXGP, Apex Grand Prix. Ruben wants Sonny to guide him.
Ah, the mentor-mentee dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay. Veteran wisdom meets raw talent in a high-pressure world. Classic.
It is a classic setup, yeah. But, the Formula One setting itself just dials all those stakes way up. The pressure, the speed, the money. It's intense.
Definitely. Okay, let's shift gears then. Who's bringing these characters to life? The cast sounds pretty stacked.
Oh, absolutely. Leading the way, you've got Brad Pitt as Sonny Hayes, the veteran driver.
Pitt himself. Okay, that guarantees eyeballs right there.
For sure. And playing the rookie, Joshua Pierce, is Damson Idris. People might know him from Snowfall.
Right, yeah. Good actor. This seems like a huge role for him.
It definitely feels like a breakout movie opportunity. And the supporting cast is strong, too. You have Carrie Condon, Tobias Menzies, Kim Bodnia.
And Javier Bardem?
And Javier Bardem, yeah, as Ruben Cervantes, the team owner, Sonny's friend.
Okay, solid acting lineup. But didn't I hear something about, like, actual F1 people being in it?
Yes, and this is where it gets really interesting. All 10 F1 teams from the 2023 season and their drivers are set to appear as themselves.
Wait, all of them? Like
Yeah.
Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc.
Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Piastri, Alonso, Stroll. Basically the entire 2023 grid. Plus the other team's drivers too. Gasly, Ocon, Bottas, Zhu, Hülkenberg, Magnussen. Even the mid-season changes like De Vries, Ricciardo, Lawson, Sargent, Albon.
That's ambitious. How do you even weave that many real people into a fictional story naturally?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's a really unusual blend of fiction and, well, reality playing itself.
And it's not just drivers.
Nope. Gunther Steiner, the former Haas team principal.
Oh, people love Gunther.
Exactly. And Benoit Trellier, a Le Mans winner. So, broader motorsport figures, too.
Plus, there are actors like Simone Ashley from Bridgerton and Abdul Salis in roles they haven't revealed yet.
Right. Adds a bit of mystery. What other storylines are going on around the main plot? We don't know yet.
Okay, let's pull into the pit lane, talk about the making of this thing. It sounds like getting it started was a bit of a race itself.
It really was. Back in December 2021, there was apparently a huge bidding war for the project, even before it had a title. Pitt, Bruckheimer producing, Kaczynski directing. That's a package that gets attention.
I bet. Who was in the mix?
Pretty much everyone. Paramount, MGM, Sony, Universal, Disney. Plus the streamers, Netflix, Apple, Amazon, all the heavy hitters wanted it.
And Apple won out initially.
Yeah, Apple landed the initial deal. And Pitt's reported salary, something like $30 million, shows you the kind of investment they were making. Serious star power.
And visually, they brought in the big guns too, right? The cinematographer.
Claudio Miranda. He shot Top Gun. Maverick with Kaczynski. So again, you expect that kinetic, immersive feel. He knows how to film speed.
Definitely. And finding the actor for the rookie. Damson Idris, that wasn't just a quick casting call.
Apparently not. Sounds like it was quite a thorough search. Reports even said some actors actually test drove race cars as part of the audition.
Whoa, really? They wanted to see if they could handle it.
Seems like they were serious about the realism, yeah. Trying to find someone who looked believable in that environment.
And speaking of believable, Pitt and Idris actually trained, didn't they? Drove some real race cars.
They did. Formula 3 and Formula 2 cars over in France. That's, proper preparation, getting a feel for the G-forces, the handling.
More than just sitting in a simulator. That commitment should show on screen.
Hopefully, yeah. It adds that layer of physical understanding.
And then the filming.
Yeah.
They started at Silverstone during the actual British Grand Prix.
Yeah, July 2023. Right in the thick of it. Which is kind of nuts, logistically.
How do you even film a movie during a live F1 race weekend? The chaos, the crowds.
Exactly. It must have been incredibly complex. But it means they captured that authentic atmosphere, the real energy of an F1 event, which you just can't fake on a backlot.
And wasn't Pitt actually driving on the track? I saw pictures.
He was, driving a modified Formula 2 car made to look like an F1 car, part of this fictional APXGP team. Not in the official sessions, obviously, but during the weekend on the track.
That must have generated some serious buzz.
Oh, for sure. Great publicity, but also presumably great footage for them, getting shots within that real environment. They worked with Mercedes and Carlin to build that car, apparently.
And they didn't just stay in the UK, did they? The locations sound global.
Totally global. Filming was reported at Hungaroring in Hungary, Spa in Belgium, Monza in Italy, Zandvoort in the Netherlands, Suzuka in Japan, Mexico City, Vegas, Abu Dhabi.
Wow. So they're showcasing the worldwide nature of the sport. Each track has such a different feel, too.
Exactly. It should give the film a really rich visual texture.
And wasn't there something about Daytona, too? That seems unexpected for an F1 movie.
Yeah, kind of a cool detail. They were apparently at the 2024 24 hours of Daytona using a Porsche GT3 race car rigged with cameras and another specialized camera car, a Lola prototype for high-speed filming.
So really pushing the boundaries of how to capture racing action.
Seems like it. Really innovative techniques to get those visceral shots.
Now, there was some talk, some chatter about the budget being huge, like
Yeah.
$300 million.
Yeah, that number got thrown around. But the producers, Bruckheimer and Kaczynski, have kind of pushed back on that.
Oh, what did they say?
They suggested the final cost will be lower, mentioning things like tax rebates and sponsorships that bring the net figure down. So the exact number is a little murky.
Okay, let's talk sound. Music is so crucial for a film like this. Who's doing the score?
Hans Zimmer?
Ah, Zimmer.
Okay.
Okay. Top Gun, Maverick, Rush. He knows how to score speed and drama.
Definitely. His involvement is another sign they're aiming for a big, impactful cinematic experience. You can almost hear those sweeping, powerful themes already.
And it's not just Zimmer's score, right? There's a soundtrack album, too.
Yeah, F1 the album. And they've already dropped a couple of singles.
Okay. Who's on it?
There's Lose My Mind by Don Toliver and Doja Cat, and Messy by Rosé from Blackpink.
Okay, so a mix of Zimmer's score and contemporary tracks, trying to hit a broad audience.
Looks that way. A modern sound to go with the racing.
And after filming, the visual effects must be massive for something like this. High-speed racing, potential crashes.
Absolutely critical. Ryan Tudhope is the VFX supervisor, and Framestore, Big Name, and VFX London and Mumbai studios, they're handling the post-production visuals.
So we can probably expect the CGI, where needed, to be pretty seamless and realistic.
That would be the hope, yeah. Framestore has a great track record.
Okay, finally the release. How is this actually getting to us? I thought it was an Apple streaming thing initially.
It was. Apple got the first big deal, but things have shifted a bit.
How so?
Warner Bros. Pictures has picked up the theatrical rights, so cinemas first, plus home entertainment, digital purchase.
But Apple still has a role.
Yeah, Apple keeps the streaming rights, so it'll hit Apple TV Plus eventually, just after the theatrical and home video window.
Got it. So big screen first. What are we looking at?
June 2025, specifically June 25th for international IMAX, then June 27th in the US and Canada.
And that timing, June 2025. Is that right before an F1 race?
Right before the Austrian Grand Prix weekend, so clearly time to tap into the real F1 season buzz. Smart move.
Makes sense. And they've been releasing trailers, building hype.
Yep, trailers are out there. And another interesting tie-in, the F1 25 video game is going to feature the movie's fictional APXGP team livery and have some film-related scenarios in it.
Ah, cross-promotion. Reaching the gamers, too. Clever.
Yeah, extends the film's world into another platform. It's a common strategy now.
Okay, so let's bring this deep dive on F1 towards the finish line then. What's the big picture here?
It's a major Hollywood film taking a really unique path. It's blending this fictional story, this mentor-mentee drama, directly with the actual world of Formula One.
And doing it with huge names, Pitt, Idris, Bardem, but also incredibly all the real F1 teams and drivers from 2023.
Yeah.
That's kind of unprecedented.
It really is. Plus, that FIA collaboration, filming at real races,
Yeah.
it all points to something trying to be very different.
So for you listening in, the key takeaway is probably the potential here, the potential for a really authentic, visually stunning dive into F1 led by proven talent, both in front of and behind the camera.
Exactly. Kaczynski, Kruger, Miranda, Zimmer. That's a strong team. And the way they're merging the fictional with the real, using those iconic tracks, it could be something quite special.
So here's a final thought to maybe chew on until it comes out. With all this effort to blend fiction and reality, all the star power, the real F1 integration,
Yeah.
how could this film actually change how the wider world sees Formula One? Could it ignite, a whole new level of interest in the sport globally?
That's the fascinating question, isn't it? We'll have to wait and see. Definitely something to think about.